Welcome to the Georgia Avenue Podcast. I'm Trevor.
I'm Vic.
And I'm Tom.
What's going on tonight, guys? Tom, good to see you, man. How's it going?
What's going on, dog?
Finally got it down here, huh?
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah. He's a motherfucker. He's one of the main motherfuckers on Georgia Avenue.
Now, hopefully, and for a long time, if things go the right way.
Certainly have a foundation.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Where were you at before Georgia Avenue?
I was at Subcultures for almost 15 years. Started there in late 2010, I think, and was after mentoring with Charlie, was the main piercer there for about 14 of those years. Last year was spent building the studio.
So you do piercer, I guess, just to establish that.
Stab people for a living, or now mostly look over other people stabbing for people for a living. But
Oh, really? You look over it more these days. You're not
yeah, I work a lot less than I used to, but it's to keep my guys going. Like, yeah, got to give them the good hours.
How big of a crew does?
I have 2 piercers that work under me, and then I have 8 tattoo artists, and then 2 more in training.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So we have a large crew, but we keep everybody fed. So
I guess tattoos are more popular than piercings.
Tattoos are the shit, man. I mean, you go downtown.
Also, I guess piercings are pretty quick and, you know.
But you go downtown to land now, and there's a fucking tattoo parlor on every goddamn corner, every street.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know, because it's a shit now.
that's
Everybody wants a damn tattoo.
It's mine and Brittany's fault, actually. We have that's directly our fault.
You and Brittany.
Yeah. Brittany, Arizona, she owns the Altar downtown, killer shop. She has great artists there, too. She's a great artist, too. But I had been approaching the city for a long time, and I had been laughed at and shot down for years. And finally, we got Dan Reed on the council and a good mayor. We had Chris Cloudman up there. And Dan asked me to come down and propose it one more time. He figured we'd get it in. And we did. And thanks to Brittany writing letters and showing up, we got just the zoning law change. You think it wouldn't be that crazy to get done. But
was the city opposed to the fucking tattoo?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They still are. They don't, it's kind of.
A lot of people not happy about it.
They're dealing with it. You know what I mean? There are some that are really great, right? Like, we have people that really push to make DeLand cool. Big shout out to Dan Reed for that. I don't know if that guy doesn't like getting a lot of credit, but he needs a lot more credit than he gets. He's the reason that, like, Georgia Avenue really and the alley is cool again.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
Willie Lovelace had a lot to say about him a couple weeks ago. So
I love that dude. So, yeah. I'll fight for him.
We like Dan. We ain't crazy about that motherfucker, but we like No, we like Dan, man. Hopefully he ain't listening. Well, we would like him to listen, but hopefully he ain't listening right now when I say we ain't like that motherfucker.
So that's Modern Elegance on Georgia Avenue.
Yep, Modern Elegance, tattoo and piercing. I've been running my piercing business out of Subcultures as Modern Elegance for a few years now. So we just ran with the name when we moved.
What were you doing before piercing? What drove you into that industry? Was it always that?
Well, no, I was always into body modification. I mean, you remember us when I was a kid.
Right. We haven't talked about how we met yet, but
yeah. I always had
jumped right over that part.
Always had shit in my face, you know.
Sure.
I always liked piercings and tattoos. I grew up around it. My uncles, my grandpa, everybody had tattoos.
Body modification is a good way to put it.
And back in the day, it was about body modification. Piercing and tattooing is a lot different industry than it was when we were kids. You know,
Sure.
It was still kind of cool. You know, now that's not cool now, but now it's been normalized in a good way. Upon reflection, maybe in a bad way in some ways too. But
yeah. There's a lot of things like that. Like I think it's crazy nowadays. Everyone's got this like blue and purple hair and all these wacky colors. Because I did that when I was in middle school and high school, but that's because like some of my favorite rock stars did it now. You know. But I could only do it over the summertime because you weren't allowed to have colored hair at school back then.
You're looking for identity, a way to express yourself, a way to separate yourself from, especially when you're a kid. You know, you don't know who the fuck you are. So,
or even the whole tattoo thing. Like,
are you allowed to cuss in here?
Yeah, absolutely. Cuss all you want. But like, even getting tattoos as a young kid, everyone's like, "Oh, good luck never having a job anywhere doing this and that." And then
that was kind of true.
It was back then. You're right. Like Starbucks, like you didn't have a chance. But now, now you can't get a job at Starbucks unless you have tattoos. Apparently,
we used to call them job stoppers. We still do. But I got my hands tattooed really young. It was stupid. I love my tattoos, but like a lot of jobs made it way harder.
But it suddenly changed. Really, like at least to me, it seemed like it just one day it was just everybody stopped caring.
Gen X and the millennials got older, and we're kind of
Started running the businesses.
Yeah. I mean, Gen X is in power now, and they don't give a fuck about tattoos. They're all covered in tattoos. You know what I mean? They're who made tattoos cool, right? So and then now I mean, we're fucking millennials. We're pushing 40. Like it's not like we're kids. You know, the people still talk about like they're ruining this industry.
Yeah,
like, nah, dog, we're 2 generations past that. Yeah,
looking at the wrong way. We used to have this buddy that used to say that shit about. He'd be like, Trevor, you and your damn generation.
Tom ain't paying attention.
Huh?
I said Tom ain't paying attention because these motherfuckers talk about being old at 40.
It's not we're not old, but I mean, you know, when you're a kid, you have this idea of the adults in the room, and then you grow up and find out there's not any fucking adults around. You're like, oh shit.
When you become the age that those adults were when you were a kid, like your uncles and stuff,
you realize like, oh, you guys don't have a fucking clue. What you're
this
doing.
is how they were feeling at that time. Like,
Damn. I don't know, man. I think.
Well, your life got started early.
I'm trying to think of some shit now. But I look back on when I was a kid and I used to hang around my grandmother, and I was like, damn. To me, then she was old, but apparently she wasn't. She might have been fucking 40 or 50, and I thought, fuck.
No, right? Yeah. My grandma always looked old for her age. I felt.
Yeah. I'm not saying that she looked old for her age. I'm just saying
she always looked like a grandma. I guess is what I mean.
As a kid, I thought this is my grandmother, so she got to be goddamn old.
All the generations of my family stack up early, so I was like that too. Yeah. My grandma was maybe in her 40s, maybe. You know what I mean? Growing up, because my mom was barely 16 when I was born. My grandma was probably 17, 18 when my mom was born.
I gotta go back and do some math.
You were born around here in Central Florida too, or
West Memorial, Volusia. Yeah.
Okay. I was
born up West Volusia Memorial.
I was born up in the Panhandle, but didn't live there very long.
That don't count.
Yeah, I was born in Florida and then got taken to Alabama when I was a baby.
Alabama. That's Lower Alabama.
Yeah.
What? Pensacola?
Yeah, you.
No, man. I was born on Air Force Base. I was born on very American soil.
Alabama.
Not that Alabama is an American, I guess, but I don't know what I'm getting at there.
Yeah, I lived in Alabama until I was about 9, and then moved back here in the 3rd grade. And I've lived in DeLand ever since. I left for a while when I was a teenager to travel around the country for a little bit in my backpack. But somehow I ended up back here. Yeah,
no, and I guess we really met around like high school, late middle school, high school times. Mm-hmm. Then we had our years together and stuff, and then we all went and did our own things eventually. But yeah, we've known each other a long ass time. You know, it goes way back.
Let me ask you something, man. How the fuck does this happen? How do you take off and travel the world with a fucking backpack?
I didn't travel the world. I fucking thumbed around mostly the United States and got lucky enough to end up some cool places.
Just left on foot?
No, I mean, you catch rides with people, you couch surf. Later I got a van. I lived in that for a while. It was cool. And I would just go places to wherever people I knew were, and that's what I'd take whatever jobs I could get. Yeah, I was never too good for any job, so I did a lot of really shitty jobs, but whatever kept me going. Yeah, I've been everything. I was a janitor at a hospital. I've been a gravedigger. I was a gravedigger over at the Oakdale Cemetery on Plymouth.
Yeah.
I did some wild graves over there.
Yeah, I did that right out of high school while working at the hospital across the street. I built houses until the bubble burst here in Central Florida. That was part. I got that job by literally walking onto the crew. I was 16 years old, and I had an uncle who did it and walked onto the crew, and they moved that stack of wood over there. I'm like, all right. $8 an hour, cool.
When you say gravedigger, are you saying like with a backhoe?
No, you can't. Oakdale Cemetery is a historic cemetery, so you can't. Yeah, you can't bring a backhoe and you crush the grave. So you had to do it by hand.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that too when I was a kid, and it was all by fucking hand, shovel.
Yeah, I mean, my back was strong. I was young. It was fine. Yeah. Sweet. Honestly, we'd do it mostly early morning or night times, beat the heat. Yeah.
I wonder how much money they paid back when I was a kid doing that shit.
$2.15?
I made $8 an hour.
It wasn't no fucking $8 an hour. It wasn't even $4 an hour. No, it was like so much per hole. And me and another kid that I went to school with, usually I would spend the night with him on a Friday night if we had to dig a grave, and we go out there together. It was actually his gig. I was just helping him, and then he was fucking giving me some fucking money.
Yeah, that's kind of how this was. They pay $80 a hole, but I split it with another guy. So me and him would dig it together.
How long's the hole take?
About 6 hours once you know what you're doing.
It's not too bad for
Unless you hit something, you're like, oh shit.
Word. It's Florida. Digging in sand sucks. You know what I mean? But you kind of once you know what you're doing. What were they? They're 10 or 6 feet long, 10 feet deep, Some shit like that.
10 feet deep.
Yeah, you got to, because they have to bury a vault here. You're buried 6 feet under, quote unquote.
Right.
In Florida, they have to put a vault in, concrete vault, and then they lower the casket.
Oh, yeah, that's what those things always
and you
are.
fill it up, so that way the bones don't come to the surface.
What's up with the ones on top of the land that I see all the time?
That was the original solution. That was mausoleums. If you look, New Orleans is covered in them because New Orleans is below sea level or at sea level, so it's a floodplain. So if you bury people in the dirt, they'll rise up.
Popping up.
That's where you get zombie stories and shit. Bones really will resurface. Bones.
I always knew that about New Orleans, but I guess I thought some parts of Florida I've seen it, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize we were just as close as New Orleans is.
I mean,
I would imagine some parts of Florida would have shit like that.
Yeah, it's just swampland.
Really close to the coast.
The whole reason that the land is here is, if you look at the topographical map, this is the high spot in the swamp. If you look at what this area is, like we're in the high spot in the swamp, so that's where they built shit. It didn't flood. It's not complicated. You know what I mean? Like, we were like, town goes here. Why? The streets don't flood. Cool.
I played in a lot of graveyards as a kid. My grandparents up in South Carolina, that side of the family, their house was 2 houses down was the entrance to a graveyard. It was the weirdest thing. We used to cut through there all the time to get to some park, and we'd usually come up with games on the way through and hang out in the graveyard too.
Creepy. Our graveyard's a little unsavory. Like, there's some fucking gnarly stones in Oakdale, but
yeah. No, there's some
gnarly stones.
There's some weird little fenced off areas that have like some Confederate soldiers and stuff, I believe.
Well, and the one
with their gravestones and stuff. And
there's the giant
guy.
6 foot KKK one.
Yeah.
God, that thing is monstrous and terrible. It then gets graffitied constantly. It is.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That was one of the cemetery jobs, having to clean that fucking gravestone.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, that's the land's secret history.
Clean it with my Mac 10.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
All right, and so I don't know that I officially met Tom. I don't know Tom like you know Tom.
No,
I only know Tom from
in the past little while. He's come and sat down at the table at the brewery a few times.
Yeah. But I'm saying I only met him recently, maybe like a year. How long have you been open?
We opened for tattooing Halloween of last year. So
a little before that, because you guys were working and shit.
Yeah,
and
I was there a year.
With Brandon.
Yeah, can't miss you rolling in your dope ass golf cart with the best tunes in town, man. I immediately liked you. We were bumping, I think, Biggie the first time I ever seen you, and you had speakers on your cart. I was envious of, and I was just like, "Fuck it, this guy. I don't know who this is. This dude's awesome." The whole shop decided in unison. We were like, "We fuck with that guy. We don't know who he is." Like, that's fucking great.
Yeah, that golf cart gets a lot of fucking attention from people and from the motherfucking police department. Police department don't like that motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought I had a cool system on my bike, but nah.
System costs about $1,500.
I bet. Yeah.
About as much as a golf cart.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh yeah, I forget you got all those extra batteries in there.
No extra batteries. That motherfuckers. You need all them batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I mean that wasn't stock though. I guess is what I was saying. Those were stock batteries. I thought you upgraded those.
The one battery is for the system. I put that battery in, but the other batteries you got to have to make your voltage.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing extra. Just that one for the system.
Oh wow, it seems like an upgrade. Pretty laid out under there.
It's a lot of fun.
Like one of those Fast and the Furious cars or something.
Yeah, right. I tell you, it was one time I thought I was going to flip that bitch, though. I don't know who was on the back. I ain't going to call no names, but I was like, damn, motherfucker's back there. And I turned left, and that motherfucker cart went. I said, oh, shit.
That's one of the cool things they did in DeLand is let them on the road now. I think it's anywhere that's 35 or below, you can ride your golf cart. Now, they've been cool about like the e-bikes and shit too, because that's how I get to work. I ride an e-bike, and not that I'm not for saving the environment, but it wasn't an environmental move. I just like riding it. It's fun.
How fast that thing go?
About 35.
Those things go 35?
And how far
Mine does.
How can you go?
About 40 miles on a battery charge.
40 miles?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I never really looked into them. I didn't assume they were that
That's the shit.
efficient.
You can't normally sell them to. So the way they work is you You can't ship them to go in more than 20 because then they're a class 3 vehicle, which is a road vehicle. So they ship them and then you can just open the computer up. It's just controlled by the computer. So you can just take the limiter off and then it goes as fast. With my big ass on it, it goes about 30, 35.
Just adjust the flux capacitor and it's good to
it's
go.
not that complicated at all.
Yeah.
They're pretty straightforward.
It's like rooting an Android phone or something.
Especially my bike. Mine's a spoke motor.
I bet you can do the same thing with my damn golf cart.
Probably.
Can't
Open up the governor or
yeah.
something they call it. Yeah.
No, well, it's not a.
There's a control.
It's a computer.
There's a controller module in there.
I know it's not. It's not 1998.
And you can
anymore,
there probably is a way to make it.
Well, I know there is. I just thought maybe it was. I mean, all these motherfuckers right here breaking these goddamn fire sticks and shit. I thought maybe somebody could break that.
They can, yeah. That's exactly what they can do. There's probably a factory set of button presses that will do it. Like that's how these computers work. You just use the factory code to get into them, and then change a preset, and you're done. They send you. They're allowed to tell you how to do it. They send you a pamphlet with it that tells you how to turn it.
I'm gonna look into that. I like to go about 30, 35.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom looking at me like, bitch, I ain't get on the back of that motherfucker.
They do go. I mean, fucking. I guess Dan's is motorized, but he blasts past me on his fucking thing all the time.
Dan's motorized, but one night we fucking raced down Georgia Avenue. He just barely beat me.
That's funny.
Where'd you guys race from?
Right about the Adventures down toward Heiderhead.
Pretty short distance.
I had more people on mine than he did. Yeah. If you got that Dan Reed, get your shit together. Golf cart, goddammit. I'm ready.
Is that a challenge? You know, like bet pink slips or something? What's going on?
Challenge, man. We'll both be in jail.
Yeah. Well, the police station's right there, so won't have to go too far. What'd you lose?
My damn.
Is it important?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, your fuzz. Yeah. Can't lose the fuzz.
No.
So, man, what's it been like almost a year? Almost a year at your business, and
It's fucking awesome. I mean, I love what I do. You know, like it's not really a poking holes in people. I like people, and I always had those kind of jobs where I worked behind the scenes or away from people because I had holes in my face and a bunch of fucking tattoos. You know.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to break into piercing. I even tried at specifically subcultures really early on and could not get an apprenticeship. When I first started doing construction, I would go blow whole paychecks there all the time. Babin, funny enough, my business partner now, 20 years ago on my 18th birthday, did my first tattoos. Yeah,
nice.
He did my bands. That's how we met.
Yeah, he's done some of my people's work before.
Who's this guy?
Babin?
Christopher Babin. He's been tattooing here for 25 years. He was at Subcultures from the day they opened in 1999.
Which one is he?
Well, we're all fat bearded guys, but he's the shortest one among us.
He's got big gray beard?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the silver fox.
Yeah. Okay. I see him all the time, man.
Yeah, he's been
I
around
just
for a
don't know
while.
who he is. Yeah.
Yes, one of my best friends. We worked together the whole time as at Subcultures. That's how we got close. Me and him really kind of held that place down for a long time.
So what happened to Subcultures?
That's a troublesome story, I guess.
I mean, are they still around? Or?
They are technically. A friend of ours bought the name and reopened explicitly with none of us working there. So I don't want to get more into it.
So was it true that I remember back in the day there was, I believe, an artist that did work there. But he got called away one time to do a tattoo for Dimebag? His name was Travis or something. This was way back in the day. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Bad would be the better person to ask about this story. But
that's probably before my time.
But I always, someone had
Travis.
started talking about that, and then everybody was just like, oh, it kind of just became that's embarrassing.
There's been many great artists come through that shop, and many people that started there. Great apprenticeships are done there.
So is there such thing as a painless tattoo?
No. They can trick you with the, you can get the topical ointments and shit. That will numb it out, but topical lidocaine also turns the skin spongy.
They offer topical treatments prior to getting a tattoo.
And we don't recommend.
No, I've never heard of it before.
Oh,
but when did this become a thing?
You can buy topical lidocaine on Amazon.
Well, no, right, but I mean, I've never heard about doing it to treating your area that you're about to get tattooed with it.
Way back in the day, you bought a shitload of Novocaine.
But why? I mean, because I've never
it'll numb the surface out.
Well, no, right, but I've never, as far as I know, been numbed up for a tattoo. Is that?
Yeah, I don't do it either.
Yeah, so.
But
I just don't understand when this ever became a thing. It's just
about a decade ago.
Oh, okay, about a decade ago.
We're talking about for bitch ass motherfuckers like me.
Well, no, but tattoos don't even it's.
And Tom.
When people ask, I'm like, yes, and I'm not trying to sound like a masochist or like a hard ass or something, but like they certainly like hurt, I guess. But like it's like getting burned or something. Like it hurts for a second or a minute or so, but then like after a couple of minutes, it kind of just settles out. And it's, I don't know, like the human body has a way of, I don't know.
There's a bunch of factors in that. Tattooing can be just fine. Tattooing can be fucking awful. It depends on where you're getting tattooed and how long you're getting tattooed for. So for a 9-hour session, hour 6, you're fucking sore, dude. Like, I don't care how cool or tough you are. No, not you being cool or tough.
No, but I get
both
you.
Of those things, but you know what I mean.
No, but I get what you're saying. Like your head tattoos, for example.
Yeah,
like,
that shit sucked.
As far as I would know, the closer to the bone, the worse it is.
Yeah, well, hard spots, but there's some spots your body is tender, and everybody's a little different. Because I can't stand to have my legs tattooed. There are ladies that come to our shop who will take a fucking nap getting their legs tattooed. That's insane to me, but like that's just how it worked, Like,
so man, tell me about some of these goddamn best tattoos you ever done.
I don't do tattoos, so
no.
Piercing.
I stab
piercings.
People. Yeah.
Well, what about the best piercings or tattoos that you've seen then? Some of just wild stories.
Some of the best tattoos I've ever seen came from my former boss, Mike Young. He was a realism artist that opened Subcultures. Fantastic artist. He just moved on to other things really early on. Oh, sorry, fucking with stuff. The best tattoo artist, I mean, and this isn't any shade on any of my guys, but is Dan Abner right now in the studio is fucking fantastic. I worked with him for years at Subcultures. His style, he's just always been really good, and he always gets better, which is what's wild about it. Because a lot of people kind of settle into their spot, but like year after year, his shit is nicer and nicer and nicer, even when you didn't think it could really get better. And
what makes a great tattoo artist? Is it a specific style or genre they can do? Or
I like his style, which what lends to my opinion on that. But it depends on what you're good at. Because like Brandon, Brandon Offley, I put him up against anybody in town for black and gray realism, and his color work's impeccable. He doesn't like to do color because he's lazy, but his color work's impeccable.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brandon, if you're listening. You know you're a little lazy.
I could have told him that, Brandon.
That's what, and I only say that because those are his words. His words. He didn't like to color.
But piercings, man, piercings. I mean, what are some weird, nice? I
mean, my job's not that crazy. My job is mostly being nice to people, and I know that sounds weird, but like it's a service job, and I don't think people realize that that's what it is, and I think that's what it's built my career on, and why I've done well because when I started piercing, I made no money, and I was competing with like 6 other studios locally, but over the course of like 5 to 8-ish years, there were no other studios with me, and I did that through being good at my job. Yeah, make the hole straight, and there's more to it than that, but it's not as complicated as piercers want you to think it is, because my industry has a big problem of people being way up their own ass. I think often because they want to be tattoo artists sometimes, but that's not really my game. I don't want to be a tattoo artist. I just like being good at my job. Yeah. But I love jewelry, and I like making people feel good, and I like making stuff pretty. I love pretty stuff. And so my favorite thing to do is decorate people when they let me kind of have at it. Like, so I do, now they have all kinds of, up their ass terms for it, like curated ears and constellation piercings. But it's just doing a good job of knowing where something goes.
A constellation piercing.
Now it's literal constellations. You can just do multiple points, so I could make a constellation, right? Set it up with diamonds, map it out, and make it.
So like these things that people get, like the stud things that people get.
I don't do surface work at all, so no, that's not me.
Okay.
Yeah. It's further. You map it out on your ear, things like that. Or curated ears is having somebody go through and decide what your ear should look like and lay it all out. And I've been doing that for years before they made up a name for it. I just thought it was cool to. You can make things look elegant and not look like you rolled through a tackle box if you're purposeful with it. No, because I was like that. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I was just poking holes with shit. I was safety pins, whatever I could get. I had a mess of piercings, and later I got nicer ones. But even those were bad ideas because I wasn't informed enough about what I was doing.
Some of my buddies are piercing their own eyebrows and stuff.
I did the same shit. I was right there, right? So I'm not throwing shade at anybody.
One guy was like, oh, my face is all numb now. What happened?
I was in the bathroom with the fucking safety pin, slamming that shit through stuff. Exactly. Right, I'm right there. I'm not better than that. But I don't advocate for it now, and I steer kids away from doing dumb shit like that. Like the fact that I didn't get MRSA is just fucking, like a miracle that I ever had. Yeah. I did a lot of dumb shit. I did a lot dumber shit than that when I was young too. I partied a lot and all kinds of nonsense, but
all that partying,
but
you wild one.
Well, yeah, when I was young, I just wanted to do all the drugs.
I don't remember you partying much when we were hanging out.
It's because I was.
I was still just coming off a straight edge, but
yeah.
Oh, when you were doing the partying, you were gone. But when we were hanging out doing our thing all the time.
Yeah, I would get. Well, yeah.
But no, none of us really drink or anything like much.
I drank at your house a lot of times.
Well, no. So I guess I'm thinking about like maybe when we were hanging out with like Sarah and Kayla and stuff all the time.
Oh, okay.
You know, like we always just kind of just like
I was
we'd
thinking,
like watch movies
your
and
house
shit
over
and
by
eat food, but
by the high school where I got super fucked up.
oh, the Jacob's Dairy House.
And then
yeah, that was
and the time
that was after.
The time I don't know shit if I say his name, but the dude dove face first into the concrete because he was God. So, like that's a thing that we all experienced together. So it's
Quaaludes.
You talking about the acid trip?
yes.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a hell of a one. Wow.
So I was like, "What are you talking?
I feel like
party
Chris
together?
brought that
Like,
up.
what are
Did
you
Chris
talking
bring that
about?"
up? No, yeah. Well, so I mean, we definitely had our times, but
Yeah. I mean, one of our friends went permanently insane from doing too much acid.
yeah,
Like, that's
he did.
Wow.
I hear he's doing all right these days, though.
That's good. That actually warms my heart a little bit. I was really
Last I
worried.
heard a few years ago.
That's good to hear. Yeah.
Wild stuff.
What happened? Drugs?
Yeah, he did them too much, too often, and
Fucked him up.
Predisposition towards schizophrenia, acid can be a direct contributor.
so he was
to
a
early
he was a
onset.
good friend of ours, and we all, when we all had an apartment together one summer, he had gone off to live with some other people to be in a band out in like Edgewater or somewhere, hour or so away. But he came back at the end of summer, and he was like, "Hey guys, so like, yeah, I was out there doing this and that. Like, it's been fun. We did some drugs." And he was like, "I know someone that can get LSD now. Like, you guys interested?" And we were like, "Of course." So he hooked us up.
Of course.
And
Of course.
and so it was just, and most of us had a fine time. There was an incident, and it was mostly with him, but like it was the last time for him. So we found out a few weeks later, after all the fallout of this crazy situation, that he had been doing this LSD for like all summer long, almost every other day, nonstop.
He got a book and had given us all some, but he did the rest of the book.
Yeah, and it was actually a pretty bunk batch too, pretty bathroom brew. Like it wasn't very.
What is a book like?
So they kind of they come on sheets like stamps. And so you'd have like a sheet of acid, and then you'd have a book of acid, which is many sheets.
Like
he had a whole book.
Grandma never sent you to the post office or bookstore to buy a book of stamps?
Yeah.
That's like that. Same idea.
There's little bitty guys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Was it soaked in LSD or something?
Yeah.
You put it under your tongue.
And
Mostly
it dissolves.
It's probably rat poison. Most of it's rat poison.
Strychnine.
Most of the shit that you get out there is rat poison. It's super bad for
Strychnine
you.
and stuff like that.
But I was 18 and
a lot of
did not know
codeine.
nor care,
No, yeah. I eventually did do legitimate LSD in Colorado a few years later, and it was an incredibly different experience.
Yeah.
Didn't last nearly as long, was much cleaner, more manageable. So whatever he had been doing that affected, again, like you were saying, predisposition to schizophrenia and things like that, it was just a tremendous, tremendous difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I got a hold of the real stuff late. I don't know how real we're allowed to get on this show. But
As real as we want, right?
okay, yeah. I got
since you're saying
the
no
good stuff
sponsors
later
yet.
in Chicago. Me and a buddy Dave, rest in peace, Dave, got a eyedropper full of it for $600. And when I used to work on tower crews, we didn't get to work if it rained. And so it rained for like 2 straight weeks in Chicago, and we just did acid every day. Wow. And it was a crazy cool experience and a crazy end up kind of a bad one, but I don't know if it changed me at the end of it, but it was actually kind of, I wouldn't recommend anyone do this, but it was a crazy experience.
Man,
for
my
me.
whole life, and I done some drugs, but my whole fucking life, I never even seen or nobody ever came up to me and said, "Hey man, you want to do some LSD?"
I would.
Never happened. Not that drug.
I was after psychedelics when I was young, though, because I grew up around my grandpa, and my grandparents were all flower children. They're crazy people. And my grandpa's an old biker, my grandma was an old hippie. So
Mushrooms
they
were always
out
a lot
there, and they talked
safer.
about that shit. They were pretty matter of fact about it when I was a kid. So like in my mind, I was like, "Oh, sounds fun."
Mushrooms always felt more genuine to me once I looked into it and stuff, and like LSD being like synthetic or whatever. As far as I understand it,
Mushrooms are medicine, man. I really firmly believe that. They can be abused like any medicine. You can take too much Tylenol and kill yourself. Mushrooms won't kill you, weirdly enough. You can have almost an infinite amount of them. But
It won't fuck you up mentally.
Well, what psilocybin is going to do, and what it specifically does, is so we have a shitload of filter systems to keep ourselves from dealing with an overwhelming amount of information our brain's taking in. Mushrooms kind of rips all that away. That includes the mental blocks you give yourself. So all that shit that you've refused to deal with, that you've been burying down in there, mushroom peels all that shit away and makes you deal with it. There's nothing you can do about it. So that's why bad trips have a more long-lasting, good, positive benefits after the trip. A good trip usually means you're in a pretty healthy place. But if you have a bad trip, it's because you've been not dealing with some shit, and mushrooms are going to make you do it. And then by the time it was a terrible experience because you had to face all that. But by the time you're done, those people will always report better, like afterwards feeling better. It's why, the leading research in depression anxiety treatment now at Harvard Medicine is psilocybin. And they're giving they're injecting people with psilocybin and giving equivalents of like overwhelming monstrous doses. And the higher the dose, the better long-term effects. And you can get treatment every 6 months rather than having to take a pill every day. So... And I have friends that use them medicinally, where they live 3 to 6 months. They do a mushroom trip. They don't do it to party. This is like an isolated thing. They put themselves to work through their shit, and it helps them out for the next 3 to 6 months. It keeps them going.
I'll say this much, and I don't know if it's like a improper endorsement or something, but mushrooms help me quit analog cigarettes, analog nicotine, whatever you want to call it, smoking cigarettes. I still vape nicotine, but if it wasn't for mushrooms, I wouldn't have quit cigarettes. You still
motherfucking eating synthetic nicotine.
Yeah. Even in my years after quitting cigarettes, I've had a mushroom experience, and I put down the vape for a handful of months at a time. Always end up picking it back up for whatever reason, because I like nicotine, but for some reason, after messing with that stuff every couple of years, it puts me in a phase where I'm working on something else. I don't know, but
everybody likes nicotine.
Yeah.
Brains love nicotine. It makes sense. It just makes my heart race. So
that's what I just heard last night.
What?
That fucking nicotine is good for the brain.
It is.
You and Jacob last night.
Yeah, Jacob was talking about it. Yeah. Shout out to Jacob from episode 1.
It'll make you quicker. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forget you.
You all right?
So I talk with my hands a lot, and I mess with stuff. I got fidget.
You ain't gonna get no fucking crazy look from me, but that motherfucker right there looked at you sideways.
No, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what's that called?
This me mess with shit.
Is it Jack?
No. It ain't Jack. Jack's chilling.
It's pretty
in very small doses.
Like micro shit?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, which would actually be perfect for the because I tried them with them, and I was very reluctant because in the past handful of years I haven't wanted to take that journey. But anyway, they gave me some stuff, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll do it. And I was like, oh, it's microdosing, right? So I'm going to take extra. And I was like, oh man, I really fucked up. Here we go. But then like nothing happened basically, and I was like, oh wow, it really is well measured out and for microdosing because I got almost nothing off it. So yeah, perhaps that would be a good place for you to start if you're interested in it.
I remember a few years back, couple 3 years back, we had a friend of ours who we all know ordered some mushrooms, and they were coming in from somewhere, and she was fucking waiting. She was all excited to get the goddamn mushrooms, and then the fucking show, she planned all this shit, man. We planned we were gonna go over fucking to the Ventures. We were gonna all go over there and chill and sit out. I think it was a concert or some shit going on. Anyway, she fucking got her mushrooms, man, and then she fucking did them, and then we was all over at the Ventures, and we was sitting around, and she was waiting for the shit to kick in, and it never fucking kicked in.
Never?
Nothing.
The whole night?
Nothing happened.
Because sometimes that's how it goes for the first 2 hours.
Yeah, well,
and you're like, oh, this ain't going to work. I'm going home, guys.
Nothing happened. I think she ended up smoking weed or some shit, man.
Now you can just get the chocolates, and that's the way to do it, man. You can eat the chocolates with the tincture in them, so you don't have to chew any fucking shrooms.
I like that, though.
You like chewing the gross?
The dry ones?
They're fucking disgusting, dog.
I agree.
There's no way you like them.
No, man, I'm not saying it's like pleasurable, but like to me it's like part of the
better ones we got when we were a kid. They were like fucking cow shit and everything.
Oh, what's that shit? What is that? The cow shit?
Oh, see, I never ate that stuff.
Those are back in the day, if you went shroom, you had to go to a farm and pick them from the cow patties and
know what you're looking
and
for.
Hope somebody didn't pick one of the death caps and shit. Some are poisonous.
Yeah.
These ones had like purple rings around them.
Yeah,
those were the good ones.
But you would pick them. They were not nearly as potent as shit now. Because when you get mushrooms now, they're
hydroponic.
Yeah, they're grown specifically. There are all kinds of specific strains. Because there's a few hundred different psilocybin mushrooms out there. And just like everything, the weed's way more potent now. Fucking mushrooms are crazy. Everything's
put you in this wild place, man. I mean, I don't know how deep you want to get into it, but there's this other spot that we don't normally hang out in.
We got a guy that hangs out with us down at Persimmon Hollow. That's we call him Mushroom Guy.
Oh yeah. He's really into mushrooms. He's like a mushroom scientist. I don't know if you know him, Scott.
No.
He's usually around later at night, but he's real good friends with
young
this other guy who runs. He doesn't run it. He actually works for him. It's called like the Fun Guy. It's one of the stands down at the Friday night market.
Okay. You need to have him talking about this shit. He's a guy.
But they farm a lot of mushroom stuff. No, for sure. They're into like DMT and other weird shit like that.
Yeah, word. I've never gotten a hold of real DMT. I've tried, but I could never get a hold of the real stuff.
I'm curious about it, but
oh, for sure, I'd give it a go. I'm kind of done with drugs in general. I've been done with drugs for a long time now. probably like 10 years. So I don't really fuck with real drugs. But yeah, I just kind of got weird. Mine was weird. I didn't go through any kind of crisis. I was just like, I think I'm done getting super fucked up. I kind of reached the point where I was like, now I don't even like to get real drunk. I like to get a happy buzz, and I like to get moderately stoned. And if I sit right in that sweet spot,
I'm usually embarrassed if I get a little too drunk.
Same if I get too high. I don't like looking high, when you look all faded. When I was younger, I didn't give a fuck. But
that's my secret, Tom. I'm always high.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's not true. I am never high at work. That's never happened before.
Oh, yeah, of course not that part.
Slander.
I am, though.
Not me, man. I can't stand to be high.
Because, you
got to go into buildings and, work on, strangers' stuff.
I'll tell you what I will do. I will do a motherfucking gummy, like a THC gummy, before I go to bed.
Sure. That's good.
It seems like a fucking
Best sleep you ever had. It seems
like a waste to fucking do it and then go fucking lay down.
Not if that sleep is good.
That sleep is fucking
Compare it to when you don't do it before you go to sleep.
I mean,
probably tossing and turning.
My dad and uncles, when I used to work with the tower crews, they'd climb up to the top of the tower and fire up a joint before they got started.
Oh, that's right. You used to freaking get on those lever systems and go up onto water towers and paint them and stuff, right?
Not water towers, electrical towers.
Electrical towers. Yeah. But you were painting way up high in the sky on a little elevator string.
No, you climb. You
harness.
Climb them. Yeah.
You didn't have a harness on your back or anything?
You had a harness, but
you got that right.
They just fucking climb them.
You got that harness part right. Everything else you was fucking wrong, man.
Yeah, those dudes are fucking Terminators. Yeah, I can't respect them enough. I only climbed for a little while when I first.
I've been on top of a house, but that's about it.
But,
I ain't going up that high.
It was really my uncles and my dad. I worked with them for a few years. That's part of how I traveled around on the road. I wandered around, and then I got this job where they paid me to travel. Lived in shitty hotel rooms, and they gave me a company truck. So I could
what was the best stop you made though on that road trip? We never got around to that.
I've been everywhere. I don't know. I really have been all over.
My favorite
place in the country is Colorado, but I didn't go there when I painted. It was
which part?
For me, it's this little town called Westcliff. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I thought you were gonna say Longmont. Where's it at?
I think I have been in Longmont.
In reference to let's say Denver.
About 4.5, 5 hours southwest. Okay. It's in a little valley. So if you know where Pueblo is, which is in the southeastern Colorado, it's in the desert there.
To the left of Colorado Springs. If you go directly
west and up over the mountains, you'll end up in the Wet Mountain Valley. And so it's sandwiched between two mountain ranges. Absolutely gorgeous. Got a microclimate. It's like one of those places where it's sunny most of the year. The temperatures never get too crazy. Hopefully I'm not ruining it right now by flooding it with assholes that are going to find it and make it shitty.
Probably not.
But it's like this giant valley with
they're all still too busy in Boulder.
Word, yeah. Well, yeah, that's when a lot of Colorado got ruined. But
Colorado, huh?
Yeah, it's a great place.
It's fucking gorgeous, dude.
Longmont's amazing.
That place, it looks like
Longmont's the DeLand of Colorado.
I go there. Take my lady there.
But the West in general, I absolutely love. I traveled, I grew up here thinking that the land was the worst. It was dead land when we were kids. Everybody fucking hated it. The alley now, that's funny. George Avenue was the alley we went and fucking did drugs and got stoned in when I was a kid because it was, it was a shithole. Nobody was there. Nobody goes there. You just go get, that's where you get fucked up and avoid the cops. But yeah, so I'm really glad to see it turn into this really the coolest part of town, hands down.
I guess we always went to DPE when we were kids, but that was just another spot.
I would sneak around downtown and get stoned.
I remember one night it was, I guess it must have been 2002. Me and some of the guys were hanging out, and I bumped into you and some of the other dudes. I think the LeBar brothers,
probably,
and people like that. Yeah. And you guys were just leaving Steve's Downtown Music, I believe.
Yeah, I used to go to I went to concerts.
And you guys were carrying a VHS copy of The Fellowship of the Ring. And you guys were like, "Hey, Trevor, we're about to go smoke a joint and watch this movie. You want to come along?" And I was like, "No, guys, I wasn't smoking weed." I was like, "No, guys, I don't smoke weed." It's pretty cool. You're going to watch that movie though, because I hadn't got it on VHS yet. But I don't know. I just thought of that memory about being downtown back in that day. But I was like, "Oh yeah, you were." Yeah,
because we were.
You were with Jimmy and all that.
Always fucking around.
I want to give a shout out to Old Tom.
Old Tom,
not the Tom that's sitting in front of us here, but Old Tom.
Which Tom? Clement?
Yeah, Clement.
Okay.
Shout out to Tom. The water. He's our water guy. He makes sure I have fucking water. He makes sure you got a fucking drink. If you need anything, he's like right there. And he keeps Jack occupied. Keep him off the goddamn soundboard.
Yeah, Jack's been trying to incorporate all those sounds lately.
Tom. And the expired motherfucking cough drops.
Oh yeah,
I heard about that.
I ain't seen you mess with those lately.
I fuck with these every episode.
Pre-ritual.
I didn't even know that cough drops could expire.
Shit, these expired 2 years ago.
No, man.
It's expired during the Bush administration.
2022.
Hey, it still work.
So I thought I was doing some shit, Tom. So Tom gave me, I'm keep saying Tom and Tom.
It's fine.
I'm going to say,
You call me Tommy? I don't know. I'm Tom, Tommy, Thomas. I'm easy, man.
You Tommy right now.
All right, cool.
But Tom brought me these motherfuckers here.
So now we're real good friends, just so you know. My real good friends call me Tommy. That's a throwback.
First fucking episode, Tom brought these out. I was coughing and hacking and shit. And so he brought these motherfuckers out. And I didn't look at the fucking date. I just ate them. But the motherfucker was supposed to be red and it was white. But I ate it and it worked. So I thought, I'm going to go home and look at my medicine cabinet and bring me some shit out here, right? So I go grab these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers expired in 2022. So my shout out goes to Tom the Waterman and the host and the motherfucking cough drop man.
Cough drop man.
You're the man, Tom.
That's good. That's good.
Yep. So no teasers tonight?
Teasers? Teasers about what? What? Like future episodes? I don't know. What do you want to tease?
Tom teased the shit out of us. So Tommy, tell us about some of the good piercings you've done, man.
Oh yeah, we never finished that. I guess we kind of got sidetracked. I guess what he was digging for was like what's the craziest place you've ever pierced somebody? I guess
everybody's really just asking
like,
me
of course, everyone asks that,
right?
Like,
yeah,
I had to pierce somebody's dick.
Walk into the parlor and goes, "Yeah, I like the piercing." Where at, ma'am?
Well, when I first started, I did genital work. I don't do genital piercings now. They're not common enough for me to bother with. They're always
just awkward. Or?
Yeah, it's mostly dealing with dudes. Dudes make it this whole long, prolonged process, getting them comfortable with just chilling the fuck out. So
they're like, hold on, man, I need to listen to my pump up song.
It's just cigarette. A lot of stuff. I think women are more accustomed to going to their doctor and dealing with people, so they're much more calm and collected about the whole thing. But I can't just only pierce women and not pierce dudes because they're paying my ass. But that's a whole look I don't want. So I stopped
to pierce this guy's balls, and he's like,
a long time ago. I stopped.
Nobody gets piercing their fucking balls.
Yeah, well, there was transscrotal. That's a real piercing. Yeah, you can do a transscrotal. You can do that. I know a guy. He's actually kind of famous at this point. But Andrew Stanton, he has the Swing Shift sideshow in Vegas, and he can put his wife's thigh through his nutsack. So
what?
It's a pretty wild thing. Yeah, piercing gets real weird on that end of it. I don't do this. I don't get into that side of it. When I first got into piercing, I was really into heavy mods, and I was part of suspension crew, and I've been suspended before.
Yeah, I remember the suspension stuff. Yeah,
I did that in Vegas when I
that
first
Hellraiser stuff.
It's not like that. It's way more. I know it's going to sound like silly, but it's way more spiritual.
No, for sure.
The most funny. Well, since we've already been down that road, I have done almost all of the psychedelics, save for DMT and more or less anything that's not an upper that's a drug that you can imagine. But there was nothing more intense than my first time suspending. That was the purest, most heavily psychedelic experience I've ever had.
What do you mean suspending?
And I wasn't on drugs. Put 4 hooks through my back and 1 hook in each knee and lift me up off the ground by them. And we used to have
hooks like through your skin.
Like in a butcher shop,
yeah. I got
how you hang a piece of meat.
But we used to have a suspension crew. And watching people go through it for the first time, the energy in the room is so palpable. Everybody cries. It's really crazy. Like even the people like you, it's like this. I've also been to like heavily spiritual experiences, like pagan rituals. I've been to church when it's really intense and the Holy Ghost gets everybody. It's all the same feeling. So there's something in there. There's something in ritual and dedication.
Yeah.
That like,
Bohemian Grove. You been to Bohemian Grove?
Yeah. Let's back up, man. Let's back up to that motherfucking hooks.
Okay.
So you taking, how big are these damn hooks?
Typically 6 gauge, 4 gauge.
Oh, that's not too bad.
How big is that? I mean, in diameter, you talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big is that?
Maybe. Like I don't
remember a millimeter
I had 10
conversion.
gauge. I had 10 gauge piercings in my ear when I was a kid.
Smaller than a pencil.
Smaller than a pencil?
A little bit smaller.
And you put that through your fucking skin at your knee.
Yeah.
Both knees.
At a strong point.
Yeah, through the skin, on the surface, but yeah. Right above the knee.
And then up on your shoulder?
Most people just hang from their back. I did what's called a chair suspension, which is through my knees and my back. There's a bunch of different formations you can do it. There's all kinds of
happens
poses.
from that?
Then they crank you up on a pulley. You pull you up in the air, and once all the fascia breaks, you kind of hit this like pain wall. There's a point at which it feels like it can't hurt more than it hurts, and then everything melts away. You like, for me, I literally left, like the room melted to nothingness. I was in a stark white, like serene environment and felt completely at peace.
You're fucking dead.
I wasn't dead, man. It was really beautiful. It was really everything felt okay. Like it was one of those times like where you feel one with the world. You know,
is that what people that eat really spicy food are chasing?
I don't know, maybe, but
because I don't think you can get there from eating spicy food.
Yeah,
like maybe from what you're talking about, maybe
yeah.
I could see that.
People chase that feeling though. It's like everything else. You can't. It's hard to get there again. And then
that's why we lost David Carradine.
But I mean, these rituals are old. They're in a lot of different societies. In both, in Asian Indian cultures, they have suspension rituals, and in Native American cultures, they have suspension rituals. They used to suspend from the chest to meet with the Great White Spirit. So maybe that's it makes sense that that's what they would call that thing that I saw. But then everything kind of melted in, and then you feel your body lights up. It's like doing a shitload of MDMA. Makes your body feel all like blissful, and then you feel giddy and weird and shit.
Maybe we should try this.
There's a lot of blood involved?
Sometimes later, you can get, if you don't massage the tissue, you can get hematomas. You gotta squish all the blood out, and you gotta push all the air out of the pocket so blood doesn't accumulate.
Yeah, I smoke some weed.
Word. I'm not advocating. I'm just saying it's a pretty cool experience. But yeah, early on in my career, I was heavily into that stuff. I was lucky enough to go to the APP conference in Vegas. That's the Association of Professional Piercers. And that's where I met some guys. Funny enough, the guy I was just talking about, Andrew Stanton, he's the guy that did my suspension for me. I met him that night. He said that the universe told him that he had to string me up. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And so we found, he's an out there. He's cool. He's an out there guy. He's cool as fuck. But I was just like,
you just told me to go.
Yeah, I was just into it. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah. And then we went to this warehouse that was oh man, I wish I could remember the name of the place. It was a tattoo studio and a tattoo supply warehouse, and we used their warehouse. And I remember I was suspending, and like the garage doors open on the warehouse, and the sun's coming up over the desert while I was fucking hanging. I don't know. It's burning in my brain. It's a blissful experience. It was really fucking cool.
It's amazing.
Make it?
Yeah. No, I was shirtless because I had to for the hooks and shit. But no, it was a wild experience. 10-10 would have done again. For the first time.
And that was in Vegas.
Yeah. Years ago.
I'm hurting thinking about this.
Just thinking about it.
I just had to experience. I've always been like that. I like novelty. I want to know what the thing is. My whole relationship with drugs was more about like, well, people throw their whole life away for this. What's this about?
Yeah, is it worth it?
And it wasn't. And no, it's not. But it was more. There's lots of paths in that, and I definitely came close. There was a time I almost died one time, and that was enough for me not to fuck around with opiates ever again.
Well, yeah. I was never strong enough.
I just want to change the subject a little bit.
Yeah.
When you were building your tattoo shop, man, this is I think this is when I first met you, encountered you.
Yeah.
You did all that fucking woodworking shit yourself.
Not just me. I had a whole crew of dudes that are like, but everybody that works there really threw in.
The shit turned out nice, man.
Thank you very much.
Was a lot of the employees.
I mean, a lot of fucking work.
A ton of works. Me and my sister. Big shout out Rachel. She's never going to hear this probably, but I'll make her listen to the podcast if I tell her I was on it.
I feel like I met her once or twice back in the day.
She's my little sister. She's about 2 years younger than me. She's a total badass. She's a contractor. She builds houses in South Carolina. She flips houses for a living. So she came down, and every weekend she had off to help me build that place. And I mean, I'm talking about pulling, 24 plus hours in a row.
I saw y'all, man. Y'all were getting it over there.
All day, all night. She really she's a champion. And then, we had to plug away at it over time. I was, there
shout out
for about
to
a
Rachel,
year.
Man.
Yeah, shout out to Rachel. But Babin, he was in there every day. Is my during all that is when my car blew up. That's why I ride my bike everywhere. So yeah, he was our rides there and put in the work. And my dude Kyle fucking sanded and stained almost all the boards in there. We've got hundreds and hundreds of hours of work in that place. It was a lot. Awesome. Big shout out Kenny. He did all the really gritty, shitty stuff with me. He put in all the insulation and shit with me. All the stuff.
Kenny?
All the stuff that sucks.
Black guy, Kenny.
Yeah, the guys with the guy that looks like a demon. That's him.
Guy.
Yeah.
Black guy.
He's a sweet dude. Yeah, it looks scary, but it's one of the sweetest guys alive. He'll do anything for you. Really great dude. I'm surrounded by great people. Like the only reason that shop's there and the reason we can do what we do is because I have a great fucking crew. I know everybody says that, it's like, oh, your family, and they buy you a fucking pizza party at the end of the year, and that's as far as that goes. But that's
a bunch of bullshit.
We're for real
at most places.
Like we back each other up. I will put it all on the line to keep my guys going. Like they're
that's awesome, man. Everybody's always nice to me when I come in. And I think sometimes they say, "Oh, this motherfucker finna get a tattoo today." And I'll be like, "No, motherfucker, I come to see Brandon. No tattoo for me."
Yeah.
Unless you can promise me painless.
Well, there's two options. There's the lidocaine, which
I can promise you an addiction.
Not a great option because it can make the skin spongy and it doesn't hold ink as well. But it will numb you out, but you'll probably have to get touch-ups. So it means less painful tattoos, but more tattoo work. And then there's a spray we use. It's basically just, I think it's like betadine that they use. But once the skin is broken, it helps numb it out to make the rest of the process less painful. But that skin has to be broken, so you really got to do your outline first.
You got to go through the pain.
If you're going to do it, just do it.
Part of it is the sacrifice, right? It's the same reason we hung from the hooks.
My fucking kids got tattoos. I can't get a tattoo.
You make the pain sacrifice.
If you don't want one, don't do it just to do it.
There's a ritual to that. There's a guy, Steve Haight, badass tattoo artist. He's pseudo retired now. He worked with us forever. Fucking fantastic artist. And he hated that you could start subduing the pain because to him it was the ritual. It was you made the pain sacrifice to earn the piece of art. You got to wear that as an honor. But when people saw you had a big dope piece, they knew what you went through to get it, and that was kind of part of it, Mm-hmm. And now if you can just get fucking anesthesia like they do, there's the rich people just pay to go under that. It's cool, but there's less. I don't know. It means less than it used to in a lot of ways.
One time, man, my lady was in St. Augustine, and I think it was a fucking holiday, and normally we would be with the kids and shit, and we were on our own. We were by ourselves. We was fucking riding around town on fucking scooters and shit, and we decided let's go get a fucking tattoo. And send a picture to the kids. Get a tattoo. We're gonna smoke a fucking cigar and send pictures to the kids. So we went and got these fake motherfucking tattoos. She got like
a henna tattoo.
Like a
henna tattoo?
Huh?
Like a henna tattoo?
Yeah, I don't know. Some bullshit. But I had some shit around my arm. Like I had a fucking tattoo around my arm. She had some shit across her back. If we took pictures and sent it to the kids, they was like, "This ain't no real fucking tattoos."
They're like, "Wait,"
called you out right away. That's funny, man. When you're ready,
motherfucker got no real tattoos.
We can do it without it being the end of the world. It's not terrible. The older I get, the less I like them. That's just very true. I used to like tattoos.
No, and I know I don't have any like big pieces. I like my stuff's small or whatever. So like what do I know? But I've never had more than like a 90-minute session.
You did it, whatever.
Right? Okay. But like certainly going more than 4 hours, I get that being like. That becoming a nuisance or annoying or unbearable or you get bored, whatever it is. But like I'm trying to wrap my mind around this idea of like what tattoo artist or place would agree to bring in this product, this numb spray? I mean, like, why provide it?
It was for a while. I mean, there are
just
a lot of places that'll overcharge you to use it. So, but it doesn't totally make it painless. It just dulls it. It makes it number. It's lidocaine. You ever use lidocaine on a fucking?
No. I'm sorry. I didn't understand. Like I've used lidocaine patches for like pain. Like they make this lidocaine dick spray that's pretty great. There's all kinds of stuff, right?
What does that do?
So it numbs your dick, man.
For
it's
what?
great.
For what?
For fucking.
For what? So you can't feel it?
No, it mimics the effects of cocaine.
That's terrible. Sounds
Maybe
awful.
I have a totally different experience in my
What
history.
rabbit hole are we in right now?
I understand how lidocaine works, right?
No, hold up. No, fuck that. We ain't gonna leave off this motherfucker right now.
What are we talking about now? What are we getting
Your
into?
fucking dick spray.
What about it?
What's the purpose of spraying your dick with some?
I don't know. I'm saying I know that it's this thing that exists, and I've used it in the past. Yeah. You never experimented with stuff?
Podcast world?
What? Yeah, that's out there. Who
Podcast
cares?
world? We're there.
We're there. Yeah.
We're
This
there,
episode's
podcast
definitely
world.
explicit.
We're there.
This ain't getting monetized.
Oh, man, did I fuck
what's
it
the
up?
purpose?
No, I think I did.
What's the purpose of?
Or we're gonna get a dick spray sponsor. I don't know.
What's the purpose of taking away the feeling?
It doesn't take away the feeling.
It doesn't numb it.
I'm trying to. I don't know how it works.
Somebody behind you.
It doesn't make the event any less enjoyable or pleasurable.
So what's the purpose?
Like I said, when you when you use certain drugs, it I don't know, you like
Yeah, but
you go like a porn star
I've never heard anybody
for like
want
20
coke
minutes
dick.
instead of like 10 minutes. I don't know.
I'm glad I'm 60.
Right? No, so I've always heard of like the coke dick thing, but like to me that's never been like an issue.
Word. Okay, fair enough.
It's like the opposite. So I'm like, or like the whole like whiskey dick thing. I've never experienced the whole whiskey dick thing. I don't know. Have you heard of this? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, man,
Whiskey
I don't
dick?
know the fuck you talking about. Whiskey dick.
No, is that just like a white people thing or?
Apparently.
I mean, because it is just, I guess, to be fair, it is something now that I think about it, something that rednecks usually talk about. So it could just be like a white culture thing. But it's like when you drink too much whiskey and you can't get it up or whatever.
So what is that? So what do you do?
People just call people call it whiskey dick because you drink too much whiskey and now you can't get hard because your fallacies are all.
You're just too drunk to fuck.
Yeah.
So.
But I've never.
I want to.
I've been pretty fucking drunk before, but I guess never that drunk. I don't
I want
know.
to apologize for Trevor.
What am I getting to out there right now? What am I into?
This motherfucker.
I understand we got a little explicit in terms of like sexuality and stuff, but
Ain't nothing explicit about that.
what are we talking about then? What rabbit hole?
Man.
What rabbit hole are we in?
I don't know. I'm trying
Dick
to figure out
spray?
why would you numb your dick if you're having sex?
Because there are all kinds of reasons, I guess. We were talking about lidocaine. So then, like, so dick spray came to mind.
Let's talk about shepherd's pie. We put shepherd's pie on our motherfucking dicks too now?
I'm gonna put shepherd's pie on your dick.
Why?
I don't know. That's weird. I knew this kid back in the Arby's days. Back when I worked at Arby's with Travis. Shout out to our buddy Travis. This other kid that worked there, he used to tell stories about the different types of salad dressings that him and his girlfriend would use in their sex play. And I was like, why? Like, this is so weird. Like, he's like, oh no, because she doesn't like the taste of human skin, so she puts dressing on it. And I was like, what?
Thousand Island.
Extra weird.
I don't know. We were like 17 years old, so whatever. But
What flavors?
probably Hidden Valley Ranch. What everybody loved back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want blue cheese on your dick.
Not Ken's blue cheese. That's for damn sure.
Oh God, whatever happened to him?
Who?
Ken's blue cheese.
That guy? I don't know. Last I knew, he was running the bowling alley. But then the bowling alley restaurant closed and Rachel's Wing Shack took over.
Really?
And so who knows what happened with that guy? Ask Shauna. Shauna knows him. That guy was a jerk, though. We had this guy one time. So I guess he was like the kitchen manager or something over at whatever the old DeLand Bowling Alley restaurant used to be. And he was out there hanging out one night with me and some of our other friends. And we were talking about the industry and things like that. And I was trashing U.S. Foods in particular, who's a distributor. And he suddenly got all defensive about him. He was like, no, because they provide this and that. And like at last minute, I need a 2-day drop shipment of some, let's say blue cheese dressing, right? Because we ran out. Like, what the hell else am I going to do other than call U.S. Foods and get some Ken's blue cheese? And I'm like, I don't know, make your own blue cheese. Like, go get blue cheese from any store, like wherever, shitty or good, and mix it with some mayonnaise and some lemon juice and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And is it Worcestershire sauce or is it the other one? I think it's Worcestershire sauce. Anyway, that's mostly the recipe for a blue cheese. And then you got your blue cheese for your restaurant or whatever. And he's like, oh no, it's so much more inconvenient. Like, Ken's blue cheese is the way to go. And I was like, Ken's blue cheese sucks. And like, so we got, and I was just trying to emphasize how much I don't like U.S. foods. I love Ken's as a brand. They make some of the best honey mustard. They got some great condiments. They offer some great products. Shout out to Ken's, right? But this guy got so upset, he eventually called me a stupid retard and stormed inside the brewery and didn't come back.
Cognitive distance over some.
Yeah, I was like,
just couldn't wrap his head around a world in which.
But he wasn't wrapping his mind around it. I was trying to say make your own blue cheese, and he was like, no, you don't get it. It's Ken's blue cheese, and he kept saying Ken's blue cheese.
Every time we would see that motherfucker come down that Georgia Avenue, after that we say, "They go Ken's blue cheese."
He rides one of those,
one of them fucking
one wheelers, whatever those are called.
Word.
Yeah. And was that Ken's blue cheese? Yeah, that motherfucker come to that pad. He never stopped to fuck with us no more after that.
But anyway,
that's his religion, man. You just fucked it up for him.
Yeah, you fucked him up.
But yeah, I think we started that because we had some shepherd's pie tonight.
Shepherd's pie
mostly turned out all right. I was a little taken aback by its sweetness, but
it was delicious as fuck. Don't let Trevor downplay
it. That's fine. Thank you.
His job is to hate his food. We all loved it.
It was awesome, man. And it was like a quick whip.
A quick whip?
Yeah, it was a quick whip. It was some shit we had already.
Yeah. This type of
I don't know. Did you make the mashed potatoes from scratch?
Of course.
Sweet.
It didn't come out of no bag. All right. No dehydrated stuff.
All right. So we had some fucking fresh, homemade motherfucking mashed potatoes, and then you whipped up some vegetables and some of that goddamn
celery, carrots, onion,
Mexican store
peas and
flat meat,
peas and corn.
I went to. All right, I'm gonna give a shout out to Crystal's Mexican store
over off of Woodland and not South Street, but the street up from South Street, just off Alabama.
Yeah, nice little Mexican restaurant. Good food.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful people. But we picked up some. What would you call that meat?
It's close to what's sold as like some people call it. Some people call it. It's not. It's close to skirt. Some people would call it onion steak.
Onion steak.
Or it's what would be turned into cube steak if you tenderize it and mash it up in the manner.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what I would call it. So it's a solid meat.
Trevor grounded it up and
minced it up.
We
didn't use the grinder today.
Minced it up and mixed it in with some vegetables and threw that shit on top of some mashed potatoes, and that shit was fucking awesome.
Kind of like reverse shepherd's pie, I guess, as we've been joking about.
Yeah, it's good.
Right on.
Why you didn't put the shit on the bottom?
Because that's an extra dish. An extra time in the oven.
Put the fucking mashed potatoes over the top. Threw that shit in the oven.
Because that would have been an extra step, and we would have been waiting longer.
It was good.
This is a dope setup you got here. It's a good ritual.
Yeah, it's been all right.
So I want to say to Tommy or Tom over here.
Mm-hmm. You can say Tommy. He's your friend now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tommy. But I see your ass tomorrow. You don't call you Tommy, right?
Hey, do it. No. That's cool. What's funny is other people will think that we've known each other forever.
Like, what's up, Tommy? You know what I mean? But, man, I just want to say I admire the fuck out of you.
Oh, thanks, Doc.
When I first saw you, didn't know who you were. I thought, who is this motherfucker with his horns and shit tattooed on his goddamn head? And then I started seeing you. And then I had been shooting pool with Brandon. And then Brandon was like, oh, man, that's a fucking cool dude, man. That's my man. I was like, all right, motherfucker, whatever. But I admire you, man.
Thanks, man.
I admire you, what you're doing. You got a nice group of people around you. You're giving a lot of people fucking putting food on their tables, taking care of their kids. It's fucking awesome, man.
Well, and vice versa for them, man. Like I said, everybody in there put in time to build that place and hung with me. You know, they all worked with me at Subcultures for years, and we kind of all got kicked out at once when the business got flipped over. So they stuck it out. You know, they waited a year while I built this bitch and came back. You know, they didn't have to do that. They could have told me to kick rocks. I could have just left me belly up, you know, but they didn't. Like, and big shout out to Brandon in particular. Like that dude. He hung with me.
That motherfucker was there every goddamn day. It was no opening or nothing. That motherfucker had his shit all set up. He was ready to go.
Yeah, man. He really was on it and about it. And yeah. But that's, you know, we're a small business, you know. I learned real quick when I was a kid. I used to think owning a business meant you were rich. But nope, shit. I'm broke as shit right now, but we're good. You know what I mean? Like everybody's doing good, and the industry is way oversaturated. And even with as many artists we have, we're doing just fine. Good. So I know we're here for the long game. Yeah, I've done this. I played this game before. We just got to wait it out. Eventually, it'll reduce itself down to the good shops. Yeah, big shout out to the Altar. Shout out to the Artisan Tattoo Collective.
Is that's a good
Chelsea
fucking shop.
Yeah, Chelsea's there.
Is that on Barb's places upstairs somewhere?
The Altar's on the main drag.
The Altar's on the main drag. Artisans upstairs above in Barb's spot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then big shout out to Untouchable Inc. Ben has been out here killing it forever. I love that guy. Ben in a while. Yeah. He's a good dude. I love that guy. He's a huge supporter.
Untouchable's been around for a long time.
There have been plenty of reasons for him not to be cool with me trying to do this, but he's actually been probably my biggest fucking fan. He told me a long time ago to just, when shit got really hard, because it did. Everything that could have gone wrong building that place went wrong. And he was a big encouragement. So, yeah, big shout out to that guy. He let Babin come to his studio and work in the interim time while we were getting set up. He's a big part of his community. He does a lot of work that people don't know about. He's good dude.
Yeah. And I was fucking around a little bit about Dan Reed, but I
was gonna say, what's your beef with my dude?
Dan's an awesome motherfucker, man.
Okay. I was gonna go to bat for him.
I mean that fucking place. I mean the fucking bands that come out there every fucking week after week. Sometimes 2 different bands, maybe Friday and a Saturday night, 2 different bands, right?
Yeah.
And then that motherfucker shows up, hangs out. Just like you wouldn't know he was the fucking owner if you didn't know. I mean,
nice. He's down to earth as could be.
Oh man, it's fucking awesome.
And the big reason we're here. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten those laws changed, and we wouldn't be here if not for him. The building I'm in is one of his buildings.
Yeah.
And we had to renovate it. I dumped a shitload of money in that place, but he also didn't charge me rent for a fucking year while I built it. He didn't have to do that.
Right.
He didn't have to. He went way out of his way to be cool to me and to make sure we got this done. We've been talking. Me and him would casually bullshit about it for close to a decade. When are we going to get this done? Finally get a shop downtown. So yeah. I hope if you guys get a chance to get his ass on here sometime, I'd love. He's got a bunch of great stories too.
On that.
He's more than welcome.
Yeah, he really cares about Deland. Really, super gives a fuck about it, and in a real way, not in this fucking show. I know I've encountered it a lot since I started trying to do shit, and there's people that make the thing but aren't really here for the people.
Oh, dude, they've been around since back when Deland was dead. I can tell you about them from.
Yeah,
I encountered them all back at. I used to cater dinners for them back at Main Street Grill.
Yeah,
over a decade ago. Or I've played golf with a lot of them. Thought it was interesting and that I was lucky and fortunate to oh my God, I'm playing with this guy, right? But 9 holes in, I'm like, oh wait,
yeah, this is different. You think
this is who he is?
There's an old boys club for sure, and Dan's not in that. He's one really making shit happen.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, big shout out to I didn't mean to. Go ahead. Again, Matt Joyce. He owns Empire's Emporium. He also owns Empire Builders. He was my GC for the project. He really helped me out in huge ways that he did not have to. There's a lot of this whole thing was built by the community people really giving a fuck. And yeah, I don't know. I know I don't want to be cheesy in any kind of way, but I can't stress enough how big of a deal that is. Our town's fucking rad in a way. I've been all over the country, and it's rad in ways that a lot of places can't really match.
That's exactly.
I can't wait for you to hear Willie's episodes. You can hear his song about Deland.
That's exactly why
he played a harmonica song about Deland. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's exactly why we do this podcast, man. Because I feel like Deland is different than a lot of fucking little towns around this country.
It's special, dude.
I mean, not only fucking Deland, but just that little strip that we hang out.
Yeah,
that little fucking, I don't know, 10 businesses, 12 businesses up in there. And then fucking Friday nights, and then fucking weekends, there's always fucking art shows and pub crawls and all kinds of shit going on. And there's tons of people constantly swarming Georgia Avenue.
I would not trade my spot for anywhere. I don't want to be anywhere on the strip. I don't want to be on Woodland. I want to be there.
Right there.
That was a spot to be. Yeah, I could not be luckier. For
and now y'all got those cool ass fucking chairs out front.
Oh, it's gonna get cooler, dude. I ran out of money. Brass tacks. Yeah, I ran out of fucking money. I ran out of money like 5 times building that fucking place, and the last time I was just done. So we're in the middle. The building's about to get repainted, so we have a legit sign out there, and we're gonna have it hand painted. Or signs. They do the beautiful hand painted signs in town.
Who's that?
Or sign. Yeah, been around forever. But they do old school hand painted signs, and so we're gonna have our signage done on the front side by them. But we're putting new awnings on with fans and then a bunch of rocking chairs. So we don't have any no loitering signs. Come fucking loiter, man. Come hang out. Like be a part
Unless you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, don't be an asshole. You know what I mean? Don't park if people are sitting in chairs, don't park your motorcycle.
Yeah, come on, guys. Also, don't speed down there, you jerks.
Yeah.
We're sick of it. And
Honestly,
actually, I'm gonna take this moment right now.
Sick of it. Yeah.
We are tired of it. So you're probably not listening, but fuck off if you're going to come speeding down Georgia Avenue.
Well, they're about to block off the street all weekend. So it'll be Friday night to...
They're going to leave out the barriers.
Yeah, they're going to leave the barriers for the weekend.
So why are they taking a half measure? Who's in charge of this?
Dude,
let's either not do it or let's take a full measure.
Well, then I'm going to have... I made a fucking petition to put the barriers up full time, and everybody down the alley laughed at me. So
call them the John Clark barriers.
I would happily start it again to get them because people insist it's a thoroughfare, and I get there's like trucks that got to drop shit off, but...
fuck them. They can walk around.
There's access right there.
They can walk around.
There's access to all the parking.
What's the closure for?
To keep it pedestrian only.
The barricades. The barricades they set up for the market.
Your golf cart can still come in and sit, and you can bike up there and shit. People can still pull it, but it's to keep the people basically from blasting down the road at fucking 50 while we're talking
about keeping the barricades up permanently.
It's gonna be every weekend now?
Yes. Yeah. So it'll be from Friday evening, 5 o'clock till I think it's
Monday morning.
Monday morning, I believe.
Interesting.
It might be Sunday night. I don't know for sure.
Wow.
For sure. But
interesting. And who's behind that? If you know, or?
Dan's been pushing for it forever. Somebody else, they jumped on it and decided to do it. He's with me on. I wanted to make that area a legit town square. We don't have a town square at the land.
Sure,
it's pedestrian only. I get that it's a little pain in the ass because you got to drive around.
Oh, fuck it.
But it wouldn't cut off the 2 parking lots.
I mean, how does think of all those fucking shops in St. Augustine. How do they get supplied in all their trucks?
And that's
how long that strip
too.
is.
And then you don't have to pay people. Right now, we have to pay overtime to have the guys come in and pull and put the barriers down. That's the reason it costs money to put on an event. You got to pay those dudes. Fair enough, right? They deserve to make some money.
I'm sorry, but the buildings that we're talking about actually, like Big Chop, or the other ones the ones that are on the other side of the alley. There's 2 access points, which is just beyond the barriers that we're talking about having put up permanently, and then the other side of 44, there's access to the alley there, and then there's the back parking lot behind the jailhouse. So there's plenty of access points for the truck.
There's access points everywhere.
So that shouldn't be an argument.
Well, and she's been nice to me, so I don't know the deal. But what it cuts off and makes difficult is renting the garage. Barb rents the garage to people for permanent parking spots, and that's so getting in there. Their barrier would be on the other side of the garage, so they'd have to go around the barrier to get in there. You can fit in there. You have to sneak through that sidewalk, but that's the only place that's really quote unquote negatively affected. You couldn't rent a parking space there anymore
over the weekend.
Well, I mean, in general, if you made them permanent, though, it would be
So who's renting parking spots there?
Barb owns the garage.
I know Barb owns it.
I don't know who rents it.
But who's she renting it?
You know, and
so
it might
which are people?
People that work downtown.
Yeah, it might be shop owners, and that's a nice place to park their car.
Fair enough. I don't want to disparage.
There's a part of me that gets it.
Call them 1%ers or nothing.
Word. There's a part of me that gets it, but at the same time,
speaking of Barb,
I feel like it's a worthy sacrifice to fucking parking spot.
Maybe. Turn it into a jazz club.
There's plenty more parking out there. Well, then, because you could use that for a constant event space or really retrofit it so it is a permanent, which we don't have, kind of a market space. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Or I would love to, I know it's a lot of work to put something like that in, but I would love to see something like a Henry's Depot in the land, like have a
that'd be awesome.
An open cafeteria setting with a bunch of people turning out.
Well, don't we kind of have that down at Northwest Square a little bit?
I haven't been down there. I don't really know.
You don't think Northwest Square meets that?
No.
It's also
it's a little bit like Henry's Depot or the Basin.
Small scale.
That place is cool, and I really want it to do well because it's a great idea. But I think it's a little too far off the beaten path.
It is.
It is
a little off the beaten path.
It just sucks that that's the case because
we slide over there every now and then.
Chapel Tap is cool.
I need to make my way over there.
Obviously, Bernard's.
I've heard great things. I know the people that are involved in it, and it's really rad. I just haven't had to. Yeah, I mean, I work noon to midnight. Right. So look, it's a.
Well, Vic, what's going on, man? You good?
I'm good.
Man. You got anything else for us today?
No, man. I'm just all about Tom, man. Tom's the shit right now.
Oh, thanks, Howard.
Tom's the man.
This shit was awesome. I don't know if you do repeat things, but I'll come bullshit about anything.
Oh, definitely. We left out so much stuff.
I know we
supposed
didn't
to talk
scratch
about.
the surface. I can really deep dive tattoo industry. I got plenty of opinions.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man.
I just want to say, I want to put this out there though. I talked to Barb today.
Yeah.
She's up for it.
Okay.
Closing the thing.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
He's like, oh,
I was
the barricades, right? Yeah.
We'll talk about that though when she comes on. She wants to come on.
Good.
nice.
So we're gonna sit down with her. Hopefully, maybe one day next week or the week after.
Plan it out, yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
want
you mean sit down right here?
sit down right here.
Okay.
I
You don't want to meet with her first or nothing? Or I mean, we see her like
We see her all the
we see
time.
her every other day anyway. Yeah, but
Yeah, as far as that goes, I haven't got her input on it. I just, from what I understand, she owns it, and that's like a thing.
Yeah.
But she's always been nice. I've only met her a few times, but she's been sweet to us every time. So
You're not gonna meet a sweeter person, man. She's sweet as hell.
wow,
Beautiful woman.
that's awesome. Tom, you got anything to leave us with? Any final shout outs? Anything we missed that maybe something going on that nobody's talking about that should be talked about? Or
oh man, probably, but I don't remember.
Shout out
But
to
yeah, come to the shop, Modern Elegance.
what are your hours?
We're open noon to 10, 7 days a week. We don't do the days
You
off
on
thing.
like Friendster and MySpace and stuff? Or
Totally on Friendster. Now, Modern Elegance to Land on Instagram. Website's modernelegance2land.com. Yeah, come by and see us. Every artist in the shop is good. Everybody's got a different specialty. We take bookings and walk-ins. We're not one of those snobby shops, so turn you away. Come hang out, get to know us. Have a good time.
hell yeah.
It's an old
The first social media.
Yeah.
Did you say Friendster?
I did.
Is that like MySpace?
It was before MySpace, technically.
Fuck out of here.
All right. Well, I think that sounds pretty great. Jack, you ready over there? You gotta hit the board.
Jack's on
All right.
MySpace.
Jack's on it. He's tuning us out, everybody. He's counting us down right now.
Jack,
It's been great.
You can reach him at jack@myspace.com.
Yes. Also at Deland Gap on Instagram. I think he runs that account too most of the time.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Peace.
Later.